Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Phil from Arate Law. I want to take a little second to talk about the new gun ordinance that just came down from the San Diego City Council. So this law, or this ordinance that was just passed with the strong support of City Attorney Mara Elliott, who is, by the way, up for re-election, has some worrisome constitutional issues in my mind. The most worrisome to me is that you have to have a trigger lock on your weapon, even if it's on your person. Now, what does that mean? That means if it's even on you, it has to have some sort of trigger lock. Now, I don't know how effective that can be. I don't know if that's one more impediment to defending yourself. I don't know if the ability to use your weapon in the heat of the moment is going to be impeded. And in my mind, what it does is it puts another barrier between you using your Second Amendment rights to defend yourself. Now, the Supreme Court has said that you can use a firearm to defend yourself. That's been laid out in different cases. So my issue is if you ask for someone to have a trigger lock on there when it's on their person, as if someone's going to defend themselves or defend their family, does that impede your Second Amendment rights to use a firearm to defend yourself? That, to me, is a big constitutional worry. I think that this is definitely going to have to be challenged. I think it's going to have to come under some sort of constitutional challenge. Someone's going to have to bring this up. And I don't know, the San Diego County gun owners, who are a fantastic nonprofit here in San Diego County, they usually do a good job. I know they were strong opponents of this ordinance, and whether or not they're going to challenge it or they're going to figure out how to challenge it, I don't think this is not going to go away quietly. Just because it's one more impediment to your right as a gun owner to defend yourself, to use a firearm to defend yourself or your family, which is what the Second Amendment, in my belief, was set out to do. It's been laid out in Supreme Court precedent that you can use a firearm to defend yourself. So I don't know what other authority people need. That should be, period, the end of story. The Supreme Court has held you can use a firearm to defend yourself. How does this trigger lock affect that? Does it impede it? Does it negate the fact that you can even use a firearm? That's something to be challenged. It's an interesting question, and someone's going to have to challenge it. So if you're a gun owner, just keep in mind that they're going to put this into effect, that you need to have a trigger lock on your weapon when it's not in use or on your person. How are they going to find out if you don't have one and it's in your home and you're just putting it in a safe? That comes down to whether the police are there on a lawful search. Now, a lawful search is obviously if they come to your home and they have a warrant, they have something that lets them in, or even you let them in, and they find it. It's one of those auxiliary searches. They see it in plain sight and they say, oh, well, there's a firearm without a trigger lock on it, then you can get whacked for that. But the trigger lock while it's on your person, that should be an interesting question to see how that's going to all play out. Again, as I said, Mara Elliott, who's up for re-election, this should be interesting to see if her opponent jumps on this and sort of nails her to the wall about this. So keep an eye out. I don't think this gun issue is going to go away, especially now since we've had such good progress in the sense that carrying conceals have started to be issued again, that the sheriff has been more compliant with allowing people to get CCWs. So that was a big step in the right direction. So keep an eye out for this, and obviously I'll give you as many updates as I can once I find out more of it. But I'm going to keep my eye on it because I think it's an important issue. And as a Second Amendment supporter, I believe that this is an infringement on your rights. Who's going to challenge it? I don't know, but we'll see, and I'll keep you updated. So with that said, everybody have a great day.